This is Kim Meyer, host of Choose to Rise. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
This is Ryan Pierce, host of Completely Serious here on Public House Media. Thanks for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media. Once you're done with this episode, I hope you'll come check out my show, Completely Serious, where we talk about sports and have fun with great guests. Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes so you'll never miss an episode of Completely Serious. Thanks again for checking out the following broadcast on Public House Media.
What is up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Honestly, it's been so much fun being able to share the things that I've gone through in life with you, because my sincere hope is that you feel connected, you don't feel alone, and you feel like that you are empowered to own your story, empowered to feel alive, and empowered to overcome difficulty, obstacles, and to live your best life. And as you rewrite your story, you are going to have to identify your limiting beliefs, your past, your hardships, the things that truly set your soul on fire. And a big thing for me, I'm really excited to talk to you about this today because I think that this is really important. I really do believe that you being conscientious of what I'm about to tell you could change the course of your life. And what I want to talk about are who you surround yourself with, the type of community that you are a part of. Who do you spend the most time with? And I need to help you understand a perspective that could really help ignite your soul, ignite your passions, and help you live your best life. I was thinking about this because a lot of times when I'm mentoring, I know I talk about that a lot, but I do a lot of mentoring, so I feel like it's really relevant that so many people are so afraid of what others think. Somewhere in life, you were broke by someone hurting your feelings, you were broken down by someone who made fun of you, or maybe you were judgmental to others, so you feel insecure for being a different person now. I remember Jen Hatmaker, she's an author, and she talked about her first book that she wrote. And she was making fun of the book that she wrote because that was over 5 years ago. And since then, she's changed, she's grown, and people point out, well, Jen, in your book 5 years ago, this is what you said. It's completely different than what you're saying now. And she says, hello, I've changed. I hope that I'm saying different things now. So maybe for you, what's truly getting in the way of you rewriting your story is that the people around you are holding something over your head. Maybe you are holding something over your head of, man, this is what I thought, and how contradicting am I to want to pursue something different? Maybe you made fun of fit people, or you made fun of people posting on social media, and then now you want to work out, you want to feel fit, you want to share your story on social media, and that can feel contradicting. Or maybe that's someone in your life pointing that out to you. And I need to free you from that today. I need you to hear me today, because change happens. Things you once thought are going to be different now. We go through different seasons of our life. We grow, we mold, we experience new things to change our perspective. A few weeks ago, I shared with you how I lacked empathy. When I would hear women having miscarriages, I couldn't connect to them in the way that I can connect to them now because things changed for me. So maybe that's your case. And I just think about you being held back by your old thinking or held back by the people in your life. I need you to hear me on this. Who are those people? I recently heard this, that lightning bugs, for reproduction, that's why they light up. Oh man, I remember growing up in the Midwest, and it was my favorite time at night to go see all the lightning bugs. And when you would look in the yard, they'd all be blinking differently. It was like stars in the sky. It was so beautiful. I would even collect them and put them in jars just so I could see them. There's a study that when those lightning bugs are lighting up individually to 2 places on the planet, one in Tennessee, and I want to say the other places in Indonesia, that the lightning bugs have synced together and they blink at the same time. It's almost impossible scientifically to be able to synchronize their blinking all together. That's why there's only 2 places in the planet that this is done. Researchers say that it looks like a lightning storm. It's powerful. It's thousands and thousands and thousands of lightning bugs lighting up together. And the reproduction rate of doing it individually was 3%. Now, the 2 places that these lightning bugs light up together, the reproduction increased to over 80%. I believe to 83%. That is a huge jump. And the point of this is that we're better together. That a positive community influences your success rate. So I need you to take a look around. Who are those 5 people you spend the most time with? Do they fill up your cup? Do they make you feel alive? Or is it the opposite? For me, I would rather hang out with the optimistic person, the happy person, the confident person, the person working on themselves, the excuse crusher, the overcomer. I would rather hang out with the dreamer, the doer, the person just going for it, elevating themselves, not afraid. The person who spends more time being active than more time on the couch. I want to hang out with the encourager, the lover. I want to hang out with the person who doesn't criticize, that when you hang out around them, that when you walk away, you feel like a better person. I want to hang out with the person who doesn't judge. I want to hang out with the person who's innovative and they're constantly thinking of new ideas. They discuss ideas. I want to hang out with the person who lifts up other people when they aren't there. I want to be around the person who shares their real story, the one who shows you that you can do it too. I want to hang out with the person who shows and tells me that success is not limited. I want to hang out with the person who truly cares about others, not just their immediate friends. I want to hang out with the person who isn't just the only successful person in the room, that they surround themselves with other successful people. So as you are moving forward and rewriting your story, you might be so held back simply because you have people in your life that are so insecure. I know that we've talked about the haters and the naysayers in your limited mindset, but I think this is going a level deeper for you to really identify who is it that I want to surround myself with. And are those people going to help me level up? Are those people going to breathe life into me? Are these people going to make me elevate myself so I don't become complacent? I don't know about you, but I don't want to hang out with the person who binge watches TV all day. That used to be me, and that me was going nowhere quickly. I don't want to hang out with the person who makes fun of others, mocks others, judges others. I don't want to hang out with the person who's constantly feeling insecure, that's tearing their body apart. I don't want to hang out with the person who points out the flaws of others and finds joy in that. I don't want to hang out with the broke person who wants to stay broke and just complain about how broke they are. I'll hang out with the broke person who wants change. I'll hang out with the couch dweller that's ready to get off the couch. I don't want to hang out with the energy sucker. And I need you to think about that. Because my tribe, my community of people that I surround myself with make me feel better about who I am and where I'm going. They encourage me, they high-five me, they ask me questions. They don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. We want to band together and celebrate each other at life. That the people that I hang out with, they want success for me and for themselves. That they don't want to be mediocre. A lot of people crave mediocrity. They fight for it. And they get complacent. And this can make you feel a little uncomfortable because it might mean you have some work to do, some boundaries to make. But I have to tell you that at what cost is it worth hanging out with the person who makes you feel like crap? That makes fun of you for being healthier and happier. That they project their insecurities onto you, and every time you leave them, you just feel defeated, that you're nervous to talk to them, that they get so defensive and in attack mode that you can't even get clarity in your conversations, that they're pointing out all of your flaws. They're blaming you all the time when there's a miscommunication. With my tribe, it's not perfect. We have miscommunication, we have obstacles, we have struggles, but we're willing to work through them. We're willing to hear each other out. And we're also willing to be really blunt and bold about things. I always say this to people, that for me, becoming healthier and happier, it doesn't mean all of your problems go away. It just means that you built more armor, that you can take harder hits, that when life hits, you can see through it. So it's not that it's avoidable, hardships and life circumstances, disappointments, broken relationships. It'll happen. It's life. But I feel like since surrounding myself with a tribe of people, they give me a better perspective, that I can take it, that I can survive it, that I can get through it. And I don't want to hang out with the person who's constantly complaining and feeling bad for themselves, creating problems that don't need to be created. I want to work with people who want to work through hard things, that they don't just quit, that they don't jump around to new shiny objects. I want to hang out with people that have discovered meaning, that are fueled by passion, that they want to give back. They want to see other people successful. And for you to rewrite your story, you can't do this alone. Your success rate will be 3%. But doing this with a community of people that breathe life into you, your success rate is going to be so much better. It's crazy the impact people have on our lives. And it's really vital that you start really figuring out who it is that you're spending your most time with. Now, you might have a spouse that's really negative. I'm not saying you need a divorce, but I'm also saying you cannot stop growing and becoming the healthiest and happiest version of yourself because of someone else. The people who are meant to be in your life, the people who are meant to do this with you, will come around. but it's costly when you stop because of other people. It's costly when you're held back and you don't go for it. I encourage you today, friend, to go for it, to lean in, be a lover of people, an encourager of people, and surround yourself with good people who want the best for you. That if you want to be healthier and happier, that they're your number one fan. I hope this helped. If you could take a screenshot of this, upload it to Instagram stories, share on Facebook, leave me a review. I love it. I love it when you send me messages and you tell me your takeaways and what you're doing to implement. I appreciate you. I love this podcast with my whole heart, knowing that you are listening and believing that you can do anything, that you can rewrite your story, you can become the best version of yourself. Thank you so much for listening, and I appreciate you so much.